I am Cody from Hood to Homestead, and I'm very excited that you're here with me today. I am going to be doing another pantry cooking video. So today I am making some super decadent, super yummy, super simple chocolate chip muffins. So this is not something that we have on a regular basis for breakfast, but it is something that I like to have sometimes just for fun. My kids and my husband and me all really love them. This is a recipe that we use for everything all the time. It is basically just a very simple chocolate cake recipe, and I put chocolate chips in it and put them in muffin tins, and so they became chocolate chip muffins. This recipe has been in our family for a very long time. I have heard it called multiple things online. I've heard it called depression cake. We call it wacky cake in our family. But again, I really love to make it into muffins with some chocolate chips. And even another ingredient that I like to add in there that does give it a little bit more benefit than just a basic chocolate muffin recipe. So here we go. So the first thing that you're gonna need is a cup of sugar, and to that you're gonna add 1.5 cups of flour and 1/3 of a cup of cocoa. And who am I kidding? I always add a little bit more cocoa to it. I would say probably closer to about 1/2 cup if you really want to be a stickler, but I always just fill my 1/3 of a cup and then pour a little bit of extra. And then to that you're gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. So one of the things that makes this recipe so inexpensive to make is that it does not have any eggs and it does not have any milk in it. Almost everything that is in it just comes directly from your pantry, which makes it very shelf stable to just have all of those things available at any time, which is one of the reasons why we make it so often. So to that, you are just gonna mix up your dry ingredients, and then you're gonna start adding your wet ingredients. So you want to add in a cup of hot water. So I get it just as hot as you can get it from the tap. If you add hot water in, it actually activates the cocoa. It's gonna taste more chocolatey. Just a little tip that I've picked up along the way. So I always add hot water to it, and then you do have a little bit of leeway here. So you can add 1/2 cup of vegetable oil if you wanted to keep it just straight pantry ingredients. I don't love to use vegetable oil, so I tend to not keep it. So I will just melt a stick of butter and use that instead. So I add in a stick of butter and a teaspoon of vanilla. So once you get all of that stuff in the bowl and mixed together, you have one last ingredient, and that is an ingredient that sort of seems strange to add to a cake, but it is vinegar. So the leavener in it, because there's no eggs, is going to be that vinegar acting with that baking soda. So if you've ever seen baking soda and vinegar together, it will explode. So it's not gonna make your cake explode, but it will make it rise. So you're gonna put in a tablespoon of vinegar and mix that in really well. One thing that I do like to add, especially if I'm doing muffins, is I like to add a tablespoon or 2 of oat fiber. This is just adding some extra fiber is never a bad idea, but I really like to add it, especially if it's something that we are going to be eating for breakfast. And so to these muffins, I did go ahead and add a tablespoon of oat fiber to it. And then you want to add your, actually I think I added the chocolate chips in with the dry ingredients, but you want to make sure that you have about 1 cup or so of chocolate chips. Now once you have your batter all mixed up, you're going to put it into lined muffin tins. This will make an 8x8 cake. You can double the recipe if you want to make a 9x13, which we do often, or it will make 12 cupcake sized muffins or 6 just big regular sized muffins. So that just kind of gives you a little bit of leeway on what size of portions you want to do, which is really nice. Sometimes I like to do the cupcake size and have smaller muffins, or sometimes I will do like I did today and do the bigger ones. Then you're going to want to put them in a preheated 350 degree oven for about half an hour, just until you kind of start to smell that chocolate. You're going to smell it, and it's going to smell amazing in your house. And then of course you can do the toothpick test. Insert your toothpick. If it comes out clean, then it's done. If it does not, it is not done yet, and you want to cook it a little bit more. But yeah, that is our chocolate chip muffins. It is super easy to make. My daughters make it regularly. It is definitely a family favorite, and I hope that you guys will give it a shot too. All right guys, thanks for watching.